SKS, which stands for Sistema Carbine Simonova, which is Russian. I mean, the real Russian phrase I wouldn't have been able to pronounce accurately, but I'm going to lay it down here and let you get a close-up of it and tell you a few things before we shoot some more. This is the Yugoslavian model. It's 59.66 M59 50 or 66. Yeah. Anyway, it was designed. The original was designed in 1943 and was produced in 1945, which gave it the designation SKS-45, sort of like an AK-47 except for different. And then in the early 50s, it was phased out in favor of the AK-47 because this is longer, as you can see, and has a non-detachable magazine down here. Only holds 10 rounds, which, that's bad. The AK can hold 30. And it didn't fire in fully automatic, which was something that the Soviets really wanted. Before we get too much into details, I'm going to fold the bayonet closed, safety's on, don't worry about me, and we will get to work shooting the targets over there. Step out this way and let you come over here. And I think we'll try to pick off the Fanta can on top of the Tidy Cats thing. Actually, I better put my earplug in first. I'm always forgetting. They're so easy to forget. That's pretty good. Didn't think I was going to get that one. Alright, as long as we're going for small targets at long ranges, I'm going to shoot the orange out of the tree. I don't know if you can see that over there or not, but try and see if we can hit that. Well, maybe we should go for something a little bit bigger before we try that. There's a old Rain-X bottle filled with purple something. It really, the cap landed way over there, so it really does some damage. I'm going to shoot at the little red plate thing. Oh, we're out of ammo. Generally, an SKS loads from stripper clips. This is a clip. See? Clip holds ammo. This is a magazine. There's a difference. Subtle one, but there's a difference. And to load the clip into the magazine, you just stick it in these guides here on the bolt, and then you push and pray your thumb does not get caught on that little lip thing there. But if you like higher capacity and easier to change, magazines galore, detachable ones. You just kind of rock them in like you would an AK mag. I haven't really figured them out, that's why we don't have them on this one. And because I like to be slow and stuff, I guess sometimes. Put my hearing protection back in. I should not take that out before I start talking. Then I'd be yelling at you, wouldn't I? Okay. Gotta make sure it's really in there, or else you'll be deaf for days. Safety off, and I don't know if I was hitting that target because it's not really reactive. It goes like straight through the plate down there. Either or. So we're gonna go down and shoot the bucket or frying pan thing. I don't know. It's a boiling pan, whatever they call that in the cooking industry. Went straight through it. Didn't have a lid on it, so it didn't explode or anything. Alright, we'll take the gallon of sweet tea off of the top of the cinder block. Oh, wait. Off the top of it. And let's see what it does to that cinder block, just for kicks. it did something to the back. We'll go down there and look at it here in a second. There's a jug hanging in the tree underneath the orange that I missed, so I'll go for it. Now, these things are pretty accurate. I mean, this isn't really a rifle range or anything. One thing to note, safety on, about the Yugoslavian model is the 22mm grenade launcher attachment. This isn't a muzzle brake. Kind of looks like it. It sends like steam flying out, but that might be because it's raining. I don't know. Anyway, it has a flip-up tritium night sight. My tritium wore off, so it's not really glowy or anything. And then this would be the... I'll open it for you. It's hot. That's the gas system, by the way. That's why that's hot. The grenade range. I'm burning myself all over the place today. And when you unlock it by using this, it closes off the gas system, so it you have to use blanks in it, and you have to rack one in after every time you shoot. I mean, because grenade, you're not going to have a semi-automatic grenade launcher, because you'd have to... Anyway, before I get rambly today, I really like the Yugoslavian model. I've owned several SKSs. I own like 3 now. One thing you got to watch out for is when the SKSs... I'm going to tell you a story. It's going to be fun. Some SKSs have a free-floating firing pin, which is kind of dangerous. And the older Russian models have a spring-loaded firing pin. One time I was out shooting in Oklahoma with a bunch of my friends, and we got a new SKS, and it had a synthetic Dragunov-style stock on it. And I raised it up there, safety's on, don't worry. I pulled the trigger, and it was kind of like a squish sound, I guess. That's all I could compare it to. It was like, because normally you get a clean break of the trigger, but this was like a squish. And so I was like, this was back before I studied gunsmithing and everything, so I didn't know what the heck was going on. And so I gave it to my grandpa, and he goes, whack, and whacks it on the side. Racks another one in there, takes the safety off, pulls it up to his shoulder, and he pulls the trigger, and it's like the next part was happening in slow motion. It goes, da-la-la-la-la-la, and fires every round out of this 60-round magazine. Fully automatic, uncontrollable. He took his finger off the trigger a long time before that. I was sitting back, I was trying to catch him so he didn't fall down and the SKS didn't like shoot at us and kill all of us. My friend from Texas was like on the ground. He thought something crazy was going on or something, and a couple other people were like, what's going on? And so, you gotta be really careful. That can happen. This one's been pretty good. I mean, it didn't happen when we were shooting a second ago, so I'm gonna hope it didn't happen. I don't know how many rounds are left in here, so I'll put my ears on and we'll go back to shooting. We still have some cat litter to shoot, and we're gonna shoot the cinder block a couple more times because it did not destroy itself at all. Maybe we should try some hunting rounds on it or something. I don't know if that'd make any difference or not. Oh well. Safety off, and we'll go, in the interest of time, we'll expedite this a bit. I'm going to take out the Tidy Cat's litter. Oh, we had 1 round left. How convenient. Yeah, let's put some soft nose in here before we run out of battery life on the camera. And see if we can get the soft points out of the stripper clip. I'll use a different one, since I can't seem to make that one work. Any defect you have in like clip, and like maybe any defect in the rim of the round, which is dangerous in and of itself, will make the ammunition hard to feed, which it is. Very hard to feed right now. Maybe it's just this ammo. Here, we'll load however many we just loaded. Malfunction. One of them's stuck in there weird. Oh, I see what it did. Okay, we'll try that again. See, you can do that in case of emergencies, which I guess this is sort of an emergency. We don't have any more soft points. We'll use these ones. I don't know what the difference is, but oh well. Maybe we'll use these ones. Maybe it'll just not do it again. Interesting. Okay, we might be loading these by hand. I'll load a couple soft points on top of it, just so we can see what it'll do to the cinder block over there. It's getting dark too. Guess you didn't notice, but it's getting kind of dark. It was already kind of rainy, but oh well. Okay, safety's off, and we'll try for the cinder block once again. There's a little bit of action. There we go. I think I'll take there's a clear water bottle over there. I don't know if you can see it. I can barely see it, but we'll try for it. Maybe. There we go, sort of. Alright, try for that orange again. I have to go down there and stab it on the bayonet like we did the first one. Well, anyway, let's go look at what it did to the cinder block before we run out of ammo. And safety's on, so don't worry. Another thing about the SKS is, while it hasn't been used in a long time by any military force in the world, I mean, they used it a lot in Korea, and small Middle Eastern nations used it for a long time. They probably still use it, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, see, it destroyed cinder block. It was doing some damage to it when we first started, but it tore it up in the second thing, and I'll take the bayonet out here. We'll see if we can get that orange. I'm tempted just to stab it and shoot it on the tree, but that might be a little dangerous. Oh, I was saying something and I got distracted. The color guard for essentially any nation that's ever used it as a military, China, Russia, etc., uses this for color guard and honor guard, things like that. Like America uses the M1 Garand, so stuck on a, well, goodness. There we go. We'll shoot it up into the hillside over there. Alright. This has been Buckshot Bandit here, and talking about the SKS. I'll do a follow-up video on it, maybe later. Hopefully, maybe in the follow-up video, we can get one of those nifty tactical stocks on it and use some of those detachable magazines. As always, stay safe and shoot often. Buckshot Bandit out.